my YouTube channel. Akim Ola. We have a wicked exponential question to solve today. But before we proceed with the solution to this particular question, don't forget to subscribe, watch, and subscribe to my YouTube channel. Akim Ola. You can also like, share, and comment on the comment section of this particular video. I will appreciate if you can do this for me. If you can do this, let's go there. We have the question: 2 raised to the power of x plus 4 to the power of x is equal to 8 to the power of x. What we need to do here is to simplify each of these terms. We are going to express them in terms of 2, because as you can see, 2 can go in 4, 2 can also go in 8. That means we are going to have the first one, and we have 2 raised to power x plus 2 raised to power 2x is now equal to 2 raised to power 3x. So from here, we can move everything to the other side. Don't forget, anyone that crosses to the other side, the sign must change. If it is positive, it will become negative. And if it is negative, it will become positive. That means we are going to have 2 raised to power 3x minus 2 raised to power 2x minus 2 raised to power x is equal to 0. So from here, we can simplify this again. So 2 raised to power x, everything to the power of 3, minus 2 raised to power x to the power of 2, minus 2 raised to power x is equal to 0. As you can see, 2 raised to power x is common to the terms on the board. So we can just move it out. But we cannot solve it with this 2 raised to power x. It is always good for us to represent it with another letter so that the equation on the board can be simplified. That means we are going to have p. I can write let's p is equal to 2 raised to power x. If we represent it with p, that means anywhere we come across 2 raised to the power of x, we will represent it with, we are going to represent it with p. That means I am going to have p to the power of 3 minus p to the power of 2 minus p is equal to 0. And as you can see, p is common to the sides. That means I can take it out. If you move it out, we have p into p squared minus p minus 1 is equal to 0. So I am going to have two answers here now. P is equal to 1, or p square minus p minus 1 is equal to 0. So here I have gotten, oh my god, the answer is p raised to the power of 0. So here I have gotten an answer for my p, and my p here is p is equal to 0. And I also have another equation here, so I can still solve this one further. And as you can see, this one here is a quadratic equation, of which we can use the method of solving quadratic equation to solve it. But the best method we can use here is the use of the general quadratic formula, as in p is equal to minus b plus or minus b squared minus 4ac all over 2a. So from here, we can get the value of our a. We can also get the value of our b, and we can also get the value of our c. How can we get the value of our a? Our a now will now be 1. Our b will be equal to minus 1, and our c will be equal to minus 1. Now using this formula, we are going to have our p now will now be minus into minus 1, because our b is minus 1. Then we have plus or minus. This one will give us minus 1 square minus 4 into a is 1, and our c is minus 1. Everything all over 2 into 1. So from there, we are going to have 1 plus or minus. This one will give us 1, minus minus will give us plus. We have 4 all over 2. And that will give us 1 plus or minus root 5 all over 2. And as you can see, we can simplify this. We can get the answer of this into, as in we can first use the plus sign, then we also consider the minus sign. So the values of our p now will now be is 0. The first one we got here. Then we have the second one, 1 plus root 5 all over 2. That is the value of our p. And our p again is equal to 1 minus root 5 all over 2. That means, and as you can see from the original question, p was not part of the question. So we need to go back to the relationship between p and what is in the question. And that is where we have, let p is equal to 2 raised to power x. That means I can write now that my 2 raised to power x is equal to 0. First one, 2 raised to power x is equal to 1 plus root 5 all over 2. And 2 raised to power x is equal to 1 minus root 5 all over 2. So from here, there are some things that we need to consider. There are some things, there are some laws of exponential equation that we need to consider. One thing we need to consider is that all exponential equations are always greater than 0. Are always greater than 0. So if any answer on the board out of these three, 1, 2, 3, if any of them will give us an answer that is less than 0, we are going to ignore it and consider the one that will give an answer that is greater than 0. So from here, we have 2x is equal to 0. We will not consider this. We want an answer that is greater than 0. The second one, the square root of 5 will be 2 point something. So we can still consider this. We are going to use this. And if you look at this third one, the square root of 5 is still 2 point something. But we have a minus sign here. 1 minus 2 point something will give us a negative answer. So this one too is totally out of it. So our answer, the real answer that we are going to consider, 2 raised to power x is 1 plus root 5 all over 2. So from here, we can now get our answer by taking the log of both sides to base 2. If you take the log of both sides to base 2, that means you're going to have log 2 raised to power x is now equal to log 2, 1 plus root 5 all over 2. Considering the laws of log, this x will go. So we have x log 2 is equal to log 2, 1 plus root 5 all over 2. So from here, we can simplify. Log 2 will give us 1. And x times 1 will give us x. So we have our final answer. X is equal to log 2, 1 plus root 5 all over 2. This is the real solution of this particular question. So our x will now be log to the base of 2. Then we have 1 plus root 5 all over with 2. We are going to stop here for now. We'll take it off from here next time. Don't forget to subscribe. Watch and subscribe to my YouTube channel. Share and like my video. You can also comment. So my video, they will take it off from here next time. God bless you.